I am a proud pro-life Democrat. So do you want the support of pro-life Democrats, pro-life Democratic voters? There are about 21 million of us. And if so, would you support more moderate platform language in the Democratic Party to ensure that the party of diversity and inclusion really does include everybody?
Well,
Kristen is the woman who asked Pete Buttigieg at a town hall whether there was room for pro-life Democrats in the Democratic Party. Kristen, what did Buttigieg tell you?
He basically said no.
I respect where you're coming from, and I hope to earn your vote, but I'm not going to try to earn your vote by tricking you. I am pro-choice, and I believe that a woman ought to be able to make that decision.
Saying that he supports abortion, and we've been trying to just expand his position on that and not address my question. It was quite frustrating.
I know that the difference of opinion that you and I have is one that we have come by honestly. And the best that I can offer, and it may win your vote, and if not, I understand. The best I can offer is that if we can't agree on where to draw the line, the next best thing we can do is agree on who should draw the line. And in my view, it's the woman who's faced with that decision in her own life.
The ironic thing is that I didn't ask how he felt about abortion. Obviously, I've been involved in this movement for a long time, so I knew perfectly well what his position was. What I asked him is, do you want the support and vote? Do you want pro-life Democrats to vote for you? And would you be willing to entertain platform language that would say pro-life Democrats are welcome? And he completely skirted the issue and just dug his heels in on abortion.
I'm curious, Kristen, were you satisfied with the answer you got from the mayor?
No, I was not, because he did not answer the second part of my question. And the second part was the Democratic platform contains language that basically says that we don't belong, we have no part in the party, because it says abortion should be legal up to 9 months, the government should pay for it. And there's nothing that says that people have a diversity of views on this issue should be included in the party. In 1996 and several years after that, there was a language in the Democratic platform that said that we understand that people have very differing views on this issue, but we are a big tent party that includes everybody. And so therefore, we welcome you, people like me, into the party so we can work on issues that we agree on. Yeah. So my question was, would you be open to language like that in the Democratic platform that really did say that our party is diverse and inclusive and we want everybody?
Well, I support the position of my party that this kind of medical care needs to be available to everyone. And I support the Roe versus Wade framework that holds that early in pregnancy there are very few restrictions, and late in pregnancy there are very few exceptions. And again, the best I can offer is that we may disagree on that very important issue, and hopefully we will be able to partner on other issues.
So do you feel like there's a candidate right now that pro-life Democrats can vote for?
Well, right now we're still asking all the candidates where they stand and if they want the support of pro-life Democrats. Amy Klobuchar came out just recently and said that pro-life Democrats, there is room for us in the party.
Do you believe her?
You know, the proof will be, what exactly does that mean? Does that mean that we'll have platform language that says that pro-life Democrats are welcome? Will she make it clear that there should be no litmus tests for pro-life Democrats? Will they stop being pressured to vote against their conscience? So there's a lot that goes along with, words are just words. Even Nancy Pelosi says pro-life Democrats are welcome, but I don't think she really means it.
Kristen, if you could tell Buttigieg one thing about this Richmond March for Life, what would you tell him?
I would tell him he needs to open up his ears, open up his heart, and really listen to the perspective of, number one, women who have had abortions and regret it, women who are pressured to abort, and listen to the organizations that provide support to pregnant women to carry that child to term, and just take a different look at where he stands. Because I think in the Democratic Party, it's just this Pavlovian response. When anyone says, I think we should leave it up to the women, and they all clap. And they don't really realize what they're clapping for. So I'd really love for the candidates to come and talk to some of the people here today, because I think most of the people here today do support the women and the children after they're born.
What do you think about Governor Ralph Northam? He suggested that it's all right for babies to be killed after they're born. What do you think about that?
I think pro-life Democrats and Democrats really need to stand up and stop being quiet about this issue, because obviously the governor is only hearing from one side of people on this issue within the party. So the pro-lifers within the party need to stand up and speak louder, because it has become such a partisan issue. So if a Republican comes up and tells you to go left, the Democrats are going to go right. Or maybe I should switch that around, but the left and right. But so there's not a lot of cooperation right now. And so we need to go, we as Democrats need to go and talk to Democrats about this issue from a Democratic perspective and say, this is wrong, you're hurting women, and it goes against what our party stands for.